Coming up this week on The Youth Perspective.
Our theme, Rebuilding the Wall, a generation in pursuit of the ladder of glory. Our text is deduced from Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 17 to 18. And we are just in reconstruction mode as well with our youth ministry. And right now we want to rebuild that firm foundation that we have in the Church of God. We want to rebuild that. We want to rebuild our wall so that we push our young people to continue to pursue this despite what they're going through. As you mentioned earlier, despite what's happening around us in society, we want our young people to stay on the wall. So we are rebuilding a strong wall for them for generations and generations.
The Youth Perspective, where we shine the light on the youth of our nation. You don't want to miss this episode each Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on 1540 a.m. Power 104.5 FM, the national voice of the Bahamas.
I'm trying to be great, and I'm on my way. Way up, way up, way up. It's never too late, and I'm on my way.
I'ma leave my mark. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Ready, set.
With so much negativity being yielded at the youth of our nation, it seems hard to find any signs of a bright future. Coming from a legendary past, the new generation of Bahamians seek to take this nation to heights it's never seen. That's where the Youth Perspective comes in. We seek to display tomorrow's leaders in every facet of society. Each show will focus on today's pace-setters, trendsetters, movers and shakers, and the next generation of great, impactful Bahamians. We seek to uplift, motivate, and encourage our listeners. Tune in as we address issues of importance with wisdom and intelligence, all from the youth perspective.
Cause I survived the worst, and everything in this transaction is getting better. If you ain't gonna help me, leave me alone and let me praise him. If you ain't gonna help me, just leave me alone and let me praise him. Oh! He's done exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing, exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. He's done exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. He's done exceedingly, abundantly, above all that. Oh, how say he did exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing, exceedingly. Sing it, y'all. Abundantly, I ask a thing. He did exceeding, yeah. He did abundantly, yeah. He did exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. He did exceeding, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. Exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. He did exceeding, abundantly. I ask a thing, exceedingly, abundantly, above all that I ask a thing. Make some noise if you're in the E320 of God.
And we're back. Welcome to another edition of The Youth Perspective with yours truly, Catching and Jamal. It's so great to be in your company this evening, and you're locked in to Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, the national voice of the Bahamas. Inspiration 107.9 FM, your inspirational station for the nation. And The Light, 8:10 a.m. in Grand Bahama. We thank you so much for being a part of the show and a youth perspective where we shine the light on the youth of our nation. With so much negativity around, it's so important that we bring you the show each and every Saturday where we could be able to positively impact the nation's youth. And this event, this topic, this discussion we're going to have this evening definitely will positively impact the youth of our nation. And they've been doing so for, in this particular segment, 70 years, in the wider convention, over 102 years. And we're going to be talking with Church of God, all right, but in particular about their National Youth Convention, which kicks off in July 3rd through the 6th. 2025, and we have joining us Dr. Amanda Bethell, no stranger to the youth perspective. She is the National Youth Public Relations Director, and we're going to have a great conversation this evening. Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening. It's great to be on the Youth Perspective show, and I am doing wonderful.
It's so great to have you back on again. I told you, once you come once, you come back again, all right? You become family after that.
Yes, definitely. It's great to be back on.
It's great to have you here, and we get set to talk about this wonderful National Youth Convention under the theme "Rebuilding the Walls: A Generation in Pursuit of the Latter Glory." Boy, that's a whole show within itself, right there. That theme, very powerful, yes. Very, very powerful. But tell me, how are things going? We're some ways away now from the event, but it's coming very quickly as we get ready for the National Youth Convention.
Well, as you mentioned, yes, we still have quite a bit of time to go before our National Youth Convention kicks off, but we have been planning. We are in preparation mode. Our National Youth Director, Reverend Dr. Tyrone Popal, following our National Convention, we actually started to plan. And so last week, Friday, we had one of our pre-convention events, which is called the Battle of the Districts. In the Church of God, we have 4 districts. Well, we have 3 districts in New Providence: the Central District, the Eastern District, the Western District, and the Family Island District. And last week, Friday, we had a great time of fun and fellowship where all of the youth ministries participated in different events, an obstacle course, tug of war, things like that. And that is one of the events to kick off our preparation, our Road to 70 in July. We've been having meetings. We've been getting things organized with programs. And so we're in preparation mode leading up to our 70th.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be a dynamic time as we get set to talk about it. Let's talk a little bit about that theme, Rebuilding the Wall, a generation in pursuit of the latter glory.
Yes, so our theme, Rebuilding the Wall, a generation in pursuit of the latter glory. Our text is deduced from Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 17 to 18. And we are just in reconstruction mode as well with our youth ministry. There have been members who we know are no longer with us, not in terms of they've passed away, but they would have gone on to different ministries or different denominations. And so we've had to do some reconstruction. We have had to shift around some things. And right now we want to rebuild that firm foundation that we have in the Church of God. We want to rebuild that, and we want to rebuild our walls so that we push our young people to continue to pursue this despite what they're going through. As you mentioned earlier, despite what's happening around us in society, we want our young people to stay on the wall. So we are rebuilding a strong wall for them for generations and generations.
So very true. And, for those who are listening in and they may not be too sure, give us a little bit of a breakdown about, the ministry, the youth ministry. And I know you spoke about the districts earlier, but tell us about some of the framework in which your youth ministry works.
So the Church of God has been around for 102 years, and we've had our National Youth Discipleship Ministry for a number of years as well. And this year we're going to be celebrating our 70th convention. Across the Bahamas, we have different churches of God, and those churches have a youth ministry. So in New Providence, as I mentioned, we have 3 districts, and then we have our New Providence, our Family Island districts. And in the various youth ministries, there are girls' clubs, there are boys' clubs, There are dance ministries. We have drama teams. We have some churches have bands. And so there's a lot of positive activities that our young people can become involved in. And we also have our young adult ministries as well. We also have a branch that we're going to launch in the near future for our teens. And so there's so much that we're trying to do in the National Youth Ministry now so that we can retain our young people and get them to come out, not just on Sundays, but through the week. For example, our family training hour is geared towards many things, not just our adults and Bible study, but we have our meetings for Girls Club and Boys Club on Wednesdays. We also have youth nights still on Fridays. Some churches have it on Fridays. Some churches incorporate it into their family training hour time on Wednesday. And then we also, too, for a number of years now, we have been participating in something that's called Teen Talent that takes place in Tennessee at Lee University, which is the Church of God's university in the United States. And the Bahamas district has been doing so well over the years, which has afforded many of our young people from the Bahamas to receive scholarships, full rides scholarships, because of the talent that they have. They've entered in different categories: music, photography, dance, different categories. And when they go over there, they perform so well that like I said, they've been earning scholarships. And we've had a few of our Bahamian students over the year who've had the opportunity to study at Lee University, a wonderful university in the United States.
Now, that's incredible. That's incredible. Whenever, church body is able to provide that for its young persons, that's incredible. And I'm sure the young persons are continuing to do well. And it's encouraging that are coming up to want to be able to take on that expertise and be wanting to further their education. We are a great big proponent of education on here on the youth perspective as well.
Yes, definitely. It's pushing them because, yes, we want them to use their God-given talents. But of course, the educational aspect that you mentioned, that's still important too in pursuing their goals and their dreams. So we've been very blessed over the years to have that opportunity to just travel to Teen Talent. It's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Just 2 weeks ago, those persons who are participating in the Teen Talent, they were preparing as well. We have a whole team of youth leaders who prepare our young people so that when we do go to the competition, that we perform well and we place in the different categories. Because after preparing over the months, we want our young people to be fulfilled and to achieve what they've been preparing for.
Mm-hmm. So very important. Now, let me ask you, for those who are unaware what may happen on that week, we know it's a few days that you have for the national conference. Tell me, what's some of the things that will happen that you may be able to mention now? I know some things are probably still being ironed out, but is there anything you could mention for that week that persons can be prepared for, start preparing for?
Oh, definitely. So we do have a registration fee for our young persons, our adults, and that registration portal is going to open in June. Well, no, not June, in May this month, as early as Monday. So persons can begin to, persons can begin to register. And our events for that week, we kick off on the 3rd. And we'll be having a worship service like none other. It's going to be very different from what we're used to. It's going to be called Praise on the Construction Site. And so we are going to have old school versus new school worship. On Friday night, we're going to have another worship session, but we're going to be pretty casual on Friday night. We're going to be wearing denim. On Saturday is when we are going to be honoring our youth of the Church of God Bahamas and our Youth Awards show. And there's different categories for that as well. And then on Sunday, we're going to wrap up and end strong with our divine worship service. And we are going to be getting a prophetic charge for this generation by our National Youth Director, Reverend Dr. Tyrone Papal.
Wow, that's going to be incredible, and it's a wonderful time for those who need a push, need an invigoration, an encouragement. The year has been quite long, even though it's only a few years in, a few months in for a few persons. So they can use that charge up, and not just young persons, but adults alike. They can be able to get a good, solid word from the National Youth Director. Now, for those on the Family Islands, can they be a part of this event as well?
Definitely. Our youth leaders who are in Grand Bahama, Cat Island, Andros, Long Island, Eleuthera, they are already preparing to bring their young people to the National Youth Convention. They have started to book Airbnbs, hotels, get transportation sorted out and all of that, because we love when our Family Islanders come and worship with us. It's such a wonderful opportunity to fellowship and meet persons from different islands. And some of our friendships have spanned over years, because many of them have been in the Church of God, like me, all their life. So when we come together during convention time, it's like a great homecoming. So they will be a part of the convention as well.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible. It's a big, almost like a family reunion. Everybody being able to come on over and have a great time. And so, will there be some time for fellowship for those coming in from the different islands? And will we see any persons coming outside of the Bahamas as well?
Well, yes, we do have opportunities in the daytime for our Family Islanders and some of our young people from Nassau to fellowship and interact. And then the Family Islanders, they are incorporated into the program as much as we can, because the Family Island delegates typically travel by that Friday. Some start from that Thursday, so they have an opportunity to interact. We will not have any international guests this go round. We hope to have international guests in the future, but we do have some artists that we hope to be featured during our National Youth Convention and some of our pre-events, because we do have about 2 more pre-events scheduled for before the National Youth Convention.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting for persons to be able to come on by and be a part of it. Now, I know you say you did have a registration fee. If persons want to be able to register, how would they go about doing that and finding out more information?
So persons who are wishing to register and support the National Youth Convention, they can visit our national office, which is located on Joe Farrington Road, and it's open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. And we will be having, we do have right now a member of the office who's going to be responsible for collecting registration fees, so they can do that. And we are going to be launching our registration portal on Sunday as well, so that persons can begin to register online.
Yeah. It's going to be great to be able to register, make sure get to see the place, and when it's going to be, and so you have some time to be able to take vacation or whatever you need to do so that you can be a part of it. And as you celebrate 70 years, wow, what a journey it has been.
Yes, 70 years. It has been a journey, and we're going to feature some of that too. Like I said, I don't want to spill the beans too much. We are definitely going to take our young people on a journey of 70 years, so they can see how far we've come in ministry since then to now.
Yeah. So it's going to be in spiritual fed. You're going to be spiritually fed. You're going to be educated. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be encouraged. Any track, any physical in there as well? You going to do any exercise or anything like that?
No, well, we typically in the past on the Saturday of the convention, we would have had like a track meet, a sports meet where we go to the Thomas J. Robinson Stadium and we have a national track meet. But this year we decided not to do that, and we've replaced that Saturday with the Youth Awards. And we had the district, the Battle of the Districts last week, Friday, which include some of that physical activity that you mentioned.
Very nice. So you get to feed the whole person as you be a part of this event. And I love that it spans, just a couple of weeks, not just that week, those few days, but now you're doing things over the course of a few weeks into the event.
Yes, to get, young people, you have to get them hype and excited, and
you do.
You have to prepare them, and you can't, like you said, just have something for that week and expect them to show up anticipating something great. By doing all of these events leading up to the convention, it's building that anticipation, getting them excited and geared up. And so that when they come on that week of the National Youth Convention, they are coming expecting even more greater things.
Hey, sorry about that. All right. And so as we get ever so closer to the event, we want to definitely encourage the listening audience, and not just persons in Nassau, the Family Islands, to be a part of it, and persons to get ready, to get excited and bring their youth out to this wonderful, wonderful event, because you only celebrate 70 once. And so it's definitely going to be one of those events to remember, that you will be able to say, I was there when we celebrated 70, and you get to tell this story throughout the years. And so what do you want to say to the listening audience listening in right now, particularly the young persons, as you get ever so closer to this event?
We want the young persons across the Bahamas to keep us in prayer as we continue to pray and continue to prepare for our 70th National Youth and Discipleship Ministry Convention. We want you to prepare to attend. We intentionally have our National Youth Convention when school closes, because we know that, young people, some of them, they don't have plans as yet to travel or go to summer camp. So join us at the convention, especially our Family Islanders. Join us July 3rd through 7th. We're going to have a wonderful time. We have so much things prepared, especially for you, from the youngest child to our oldest young adult. Our youth ministry ends at the age of 35, although we have persons who are beyond 35 still working in youth ministry. So please join us. We look forward to having a grand time. As I mentioned, please keep us in prayer.
And, it's a great opportunity for the younger longer, as you said, those who are a little bit past 35, or maybe way past 35, to come on board and be a part of it. And those who might have once been a part of Church of God, to come on home. A good time for homecoming.
Come on.
And to celebrate with you for those few days, and to celebrate, because they would have contributed to making up the 70 years. And so it'll be great to see those faces in there as well as they come, and to celebrate with you and hear what the Lord is going to say as you go into this 70 plus year. Yeah, so it's going to be wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
So before we get ready to wrap up things this evening, any closing comments you want to leave with the listening audience?
Just to, once again, keep us in prayer. We want you to stay tuned, listen out for any upcoming events that we have leading up to the National Youth Convention. Stay tuned, because we want you to be a part of it and to attend and support us as much as you can.
All right. I love it. Joining us on this edition of The Youth Perspective, Dr. Amanda Bethell, National Youth Public Relations Director. And we were speaking about the National Youth Convention, Church of God, as they get ready to celebrate 70 years. Oh, my goodness. Under the theme, Rebuilding the Wall, a Generation in Pursuit of Latter Glory. July 3rd through the 6th, 2025. And I know you mentioned it before, but just reiterate it again. Where's the event going to be for those few days?
So the event is going to take place at the National Convention Center, which is located on Joe Farrington Road.
It's a beautiful center, by the way, as well.
Yes, it is.
Every time I pass out, I see all the flags out and everything like that.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful
we
time.
represent.
All the time. And for those who want to be able to register, how can they do so once again?
You can go to our national office, which is located on Joe Farrington Road. And we're also going to be opening up our registration portal on Sunday, this week, Sunday, May 11th. And the link will be provided on our national page, our national website page, and also our Facebook page, our National Youth Facebook page will also be there.
All right. Do you have the handles offhand for your social media pages?
Not offhand.
Okay.
Because we've made a slight change to our National Youth Facebook.
Okay. All right. No problem. So we'll look for it, though. We'll look for it and find it. Or you can just come to the office if in doubt.
Yes.
Definitely. All right. Well, we thank you so much, Dr. Bethell, for joining us on this edition of The Perspective. We look forward to doing this again real soon.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
All right. Anytime. Joining us on the Youth Perspective, Dr. Amanda Bethell, all the way from the Church of God, and they're getting ready to celebrate 70 years. And she is the National Youth Public Relations Director. I want to thank you for taking your time out this evening to be a part of the Youth Perspective. Every week, every Saturday, we bring you encouraging and uplifting shows where we speak to the youth of our nation. We positively impact the youth of our nation, and we make sure to lift up the youth of our nation, to shine the light on them, to, a bright spotlight so that you can know what's happening with the youth of our nation. We thank you so much for joining us right here on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM. Also, the Inspiration Station, 107.9 FM, and ZNS3, 810 AM in Grand Bahama. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Yours truly, Catching Jamal. I'll see you again next week, right here on the Youth Perspective.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Some Duke on the vibe.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty bonding. Go to follow you they go.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa, you too shy, you don't fit for your hand. Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa, you too shy, fit for your hand. Blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty bonding. Go to follow you they go.
I'm tryna be great, and I'm on my way, way up, way up, way up. It's never too late, and I'm on my way.
I'ma leave my mark. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Ready, set.
I hope you enjoyed another edition of the Youth Perspective. Stay tuned for more interviews, more in-depth conversation, great music as we seek to encourage, empower, impact, and uplift our youth of this nation. Here on the Youth Perspective, we'll see you next time right here on the Youth Perspective with Kashik and Jamal.